Y'all just walk in circles forever.
We found our destination once we realized what she had done. The problem was that we found the destination, but then we did not pay attention to where we had parked the car. And because we had gotten into this weird way to get retracing our steps was impossible. And it was a whole mess. We went to a police station, we were crouched over these grates where the hot air was coming out of it.
None of us spoke French.
That's good. Pro tip, if you're in Montreal, learn French. And now, a final toast is a prepared statement. A final toast will be given by Vincent Watkins. Vincent requests that all recording devices be turned off and no pictures be taken while Mr. Watkins is speaking. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about making you turn off your recording devices, but I expect I'll be uploading this to my YouTube channel before too long. And I just didn't think it would make sense to have multiple versions of this going around. This way, anyone who wants to see it, they're going to know exactly where they're going to go to see it. They can all come to my channel. There won't be different versions floating around. And I thought we would have like a podium or a dais, or something a little classier here, but Matt, if you wouldn't mind. No, stand. No. No, turn. You've got it pointed the wrong. God damn. No, turn it around. You will see on the screen. And I didn't really want to fumble with this microphone. Actually, Diane, if you would hold this. You want to go ahead and you can have a seat. Okay, that's good. So we're here today to celebrate the fabulous couple, Matt and Diane. I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about my all-time favorite couple, which is me and a night alone playing Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a free-to-play mobile game. It's a gotcha game. It throws you into kind of a kitchen sink fantasy world where you're battling dragons and ogres and other magicians and wizards. There's never been a better time to get into it if you've never played it. I don't want anyone getting on their devices while I'm speaking, but as soon as I'm done, you might want to just Google Raid Shadow Legends. And this month, there are some promo codes that you can put in. The first one is Game Leap. That is Golf, Alpha, Mike, Echo, Lima, Echo, Alpha, Papa. If you're familiar with the International Radio Telephony spelling alphabet, and it's all in capital letters. And that will net you 10 times, a 10 times experience brew. I guess a potion gives you 10 times experience. 2 times full energy, 100,000 times silver. Sounds pretty good. The next one is Raid Vision. This one's in lowercase. So that is Romeo, Alpha, India, Delta, Victor, India, Sierra, India, Oscar, November, Raid Vision. And that's going to net you a 5-star chicken, 150 times multi-battles, 2 times full energy, and 300,000 silver. And the next one is Midsummer. This one is in capital letters again. Midsummer. So that's Mike, India, Delta, Sierra, Uniform, Mike, said the same thing twice there, there was no stutter. Echo, Romeo, that will give you 5-star chicken, 100,000 times silver, 50 times energy. And I have one last promo code here for you. This one is PP500. That is Papa 500. That's 50 times multi-battles, 400,000 times credits, 200 times energy, and 500 times Clarion points. And so, having said that, I guess I need to address the elephant in the room. Yes, Plarium, the company that created and distributes Raid Shadow Legends, is an Israeli company. Now, I've been told strictly not to get into politics while I'm up here, so I'm only going to talk about this for 2 or 3 minutes. Look, so I understand people have different views on things, and there may be people out here that feel, oh, if this is an Israeli company, perhaps we should boycott it. I'm just saying, the good folks at Planarium, number one, it's a subsidiary of an Austrian company. It just happens to be headquartered in Israel. I don't think it's really fair to the employees of Planarium, or to yourselves, really, to deny yourself the opportunity to play Raid Shadow Legends. Just because, Israel got itself in some hot water over there. So, and I know there are people who will say, well, there's a genocide going on. But I respond to that the same way, like when people talk to me about evolution, and they say that human beings evolved from monkeys. And I say to them, well, if human beings evolved from monkeys, then why are there still monkeys around? No one has an answer. It's like checkmate. It's the same thing. If there's a genocide in Gaza, then how are there still Gazans?
Hey, thank you for your toast.
The point is just that it's not fair to the good people who are just trying to make an excellent game, probably the best game I've ever played, and probably better than any game anyone else here has ever played, unless they've played Raid Shadow Legends. It would not be right to deny yourself that opportunity solely because of some kind of a conflict where I think we can all agree both sides just have some growing up to do, right? Is that fair to say? Diane agrees. That's Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, now, Matt and Diane. I'm not very good friends with Matt or Diane. I was, like, 10 years ago. We were all in a cult, and it was centered around this messianic figure who committed suicide, him and Jeff. And we stuck around, we were still friends for a little bit after that had run its course, but really once the cult was no longer in effect, things tapered off. And now we're in a Discord channel together, but we'll go weeks or even months sometimes without talking to each other, which, if you ask me, is, that's not one of your closest friends. But I got tapped on the shoulder, well, number one, to be Matt's best man, which a little sad, but I understood, and it was made explicit to me why that was happening. And it was not because we're such good friends. It was because of this, because they wanted me to give this toast. And I understand, it's like if you were friends with Frank Sinatra, and you'd say, hey Frank, can you come sing at my wedding? And I think even if you're not the best of friends, if you're Frank Sinatra and someone taps you on the shoulder and asks that, and you say, yes, I'll come to it. And so this was many months ago, and so I spent a lot of time preparing for what I was going to say here. Then I got a little bit of a bombshell dropped on me, when an email came out to the wedding party saying, hey, Vincent Watkins is going to make a toast. Anyone else want to make a toast? I was like, what the fuck? Right? I mean, it's like, this is like you brought Frank Sinatra to your wedding, and then you've got a karaoke stand set up, and you're like, all right, Uncle Bob's going to come over here, and he's going to get drunk and sing Sweet Caroline, and then my buddy Tommy from kindergarten is going to come up and do the Macarena, and then...
We're at time.
I will try to accelerate the balance of the toast. It continues. And then you say to Frank Sinatra, oh, you can come on in and we'll find a place for you to sing somewhere, right? Utter slap in the face. And my first reaction was, well, forget it. You don't need me to do a toast. If you're gonna have a bunch of other people giving typical wedding toast, and you saw what that was like. This is, why am I even a part of this? But then they want me to be best man. It's I guess an honor to be asked to do that. And so I figured I owed it to them and to everyone here to do my best. And so I continued and I went to work. And I had something fantastic worked up. And then last week, 10-minute deadline, I'm told. We have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get this.
We're actually at 12 now.
Shut 10 minutes. What am I? Yeah, so never really cared to have me do. Never really, I mean, I'm only here to do this. We're not friends. So what is this even? And I can't say anything. I've given all these rules. Oh, don't talk about politics. Don't say anything transphobic. So that brings us to where we are right now. I'm not done yet. Hold on to that thought. All right, one last thing. Throughout the night here, there's going to be hors d'oeuvres going around. I think there's going to be donuts for dessert. I've been told by Matt and Diane that whatever doesn't get eaten tonight, I can take home with me. So I just ask that you give some thought to whether the things you're eating, look, have a good time, do what you want to do. I'm just asking you to give a little thought. Like, I'm kind of between places to stay right now. Diane paid for my hotel room last night. I think tonight's the last time that's going to happen. I'm back to sleeping in my car. My wife and I are kind of going through something right now. I mean, legally, it's a divorce. And taking a break from working for a while, kind of being fired. I'm just asking you to think about, as you take every bite of any food that you choose to eat, whether you really need to. You might be happier. I mean, it's not always best to gorge yourself, you know? Sometimes you might have a better evening, taking it easy. Okay, one more thing. I'm staying at room 108 in the Avid Hotel. It's just down the street. Are there any single women here? If you liked what you saw, you feel free to stop on by. No expectations. I'm not saying, just stop by. I'd be glad to have you. Single's a state of mind. I'm getting there.
15 minutes. We're 5 over.
Okay.
I'm taking some donuts out for every extra minute.
To continue. I know some of the ladies watching this may feel, well, you're too cool for me. Don't worry about it. I'm not. You might be thinking, I'm too young for you. Don't worry, you're not. Dude, listen, just one more thing.
Okay.
So it's traditional in a toast that kind of goes a bit awry and gets a little irreverent to at the end come around to something sincere about the party. I don't think that's necessary here. I feel like we get the point. You're two weirdos, and now you're gonna live together. I mean, you're already living together, and what difference does this even make? Hey, congratulations, Matt and Diane. Wait, have we even been toasting? We haven't even been raising drinks. No, I'm not suggesting you should. All right, yeah, that's enough. I'm done.
Thank you, Vincent.